Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Pile 1, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling, where is this connection headed, okay? The connection with the person on your mind. So we're going to be looking at your person's overall energy and mood towards you and the connection at this time. Where are they wanting the connection to go? And then based off of, current energies, where things are at now, where are they headed? Okay, where is the connection with your person headed? So I do have this exact reading available as a personal reading if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection and get you personalized answers. The booking details are in the description box below under specific person readings. And the name of this reading there is going to be, where is this connection headed? Okay, exact same reading that you're getting here, only it's more personalized. So just keep in mind, this is a general, okay? It's a collective reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. All right, you guys, we're going to get right into your reading. Pile 1, you guys were drawn to the white selenite pebble cube, or I don't know what you want to call that, a stone. Let's get the overall energy of what your person, their current energy towards you. We have a new moon. So it says a new start is coming. Oh wow, you guys have 3, and I am doing reversals, okay? You guys have 3 major, this is a huge shift that's coming in, you guys, when it comes to this connection. Your person is going through some kind of a major transformation or a shift in regards to this connection, because we got 3 major arcanas coming out. All 3 of them are in the upright position, and I do reversals, okay? So we have the Devil upright, we have the Justice upright, and the Chariot upright. Oh wow. Okay, so your person's thoughts and feelings, like their energy and their mood towards you, first of all, they are understanding and realizing they have experienced some kind of a shift in maybe the way that they think or how they feel when it comes to this connection, okay? The Devil here shows your person being very attached to you, and very attached to you into the connection, okay? Justice here is your person wanting to do right by you and right by the connection. We'll kind of see how all of this breaks down. And then the Chariot talks about forward moving like making forward moving progress. Okay. With the devil being here, because the Chariot and Justice can be somewhat neutral cards. It just depends on, you know, the cards that are surrounding it. And with the devil here, this is your person being attached to you, feeling attached to you, maybe even some codependence on you and your energy in this connection. And so I am going to double check just to make sure, but that would lend me to believe that this Justice and the Chariot energy is going to be moving towards you and the connection, but we'll see. Sometimes surprises can happen, right? So let's get a few cards out here, see if we can discern what direction this new start in this Chariot is going. Pile one's person, your overall mood and energy towards pile one in this connection at this time. There we go. I do honestly love you. Oh, your person loves you, pile one. Yeah, they are very attached to you into this connection. Maybe even borderline codependent, okay? Yeah, there may have been, and that's probably where the shift is. And at the bottom of the deck, we have my heart belongs to you. So yeah, they're moving in your direction, pile one. Okay, there has been some kind of a shift, some kind of a major shift going on in your person's energy when it comes to you guys in the connection, but they're wanting to move towards you. All right. We'll see in what direction that's going to go, but your person, okay, so the energy that's here, we have, I do honestly love you. I thought I could do this, but I just can't. And then right next to it, we have, let's do this. Okay. That's the shift that they're making. The shift that they're making, it went from, you know, maybe being hesitant when it comes to this connection, maybe dragging their feet a little bit. Maybe even being in, yeah, because Justice, that's Libra energy. They could have been in some kind of like indecision, right? But with Justice being in the upright here, they're not in indecision anymore. In fact, they're ready to make some forward moving progress and momentum when it comes to you in this connection, because they are very attached to you, pile one. All right. Especially with I do honestly love you coming out underneath the devil. I mean, your person's thoughts and feelings, their love for you keeps them attached. The rest of the energies here being so neutral, yeah, I mean, it can borderline on unhealthy, but this is just letting me know as a reader, your person doesn't want to go anywhere. The attachment and the bond and the connection to you is so strong that any kind of movement that your person makes, they want it to be in your direction and in the direction of the connection and the connection moving forward with the two of you together. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck here, it says, my heart belongs to you. That's the motivating energy behind all of this, okay? They love you. Their heart belongs to you. They want to move forward with you and with the connection. All right, so let's find out what they want. What do they want from you and from the connection? Pile one's person, what do you want from pile one and the connection? Reconciliation. Yes, I was feeling that. Some of you are separated, all right? I should say most of you, that is the energy that's coming through. And if that's the case and you've been in this spot with your person where you've been experiencing in them as hot and cold, push or pull, you know, not really sure, not kind of, you know, dragging their feet on making a decision in regards to this connection, they're not in that energy anymore. Okay, that shift has finally happened, the internal shift needed for your person to choose you and choose the connection. What's that word? Is it unequivocally, undeniably? Okay, let's get a couple more. It says here, want to work things out. They will return. There's unfinished business. Okay, so yeah, they definitely want reconciliation with you. They want to work things out with you. They want to come back to you. They definitely are not wanting to leave unfinished business between the two of you. They don't want it to be over. That's loud and clear, okay? For those of you that are in separation. Your person is coming back. They are moving towards you, and when they do come back, it's going to be, for many of you, it's going to be with some kind of a proposal, all right? Some kind of an offer, putting an offer on the table that's going to signify to you to move the connection forward to whatever the next level or the next phase is. Give me a couple more. What do you want with pile 1 in this connection? Ooh, first love. This is such good energy, you guys. This is no one compares to you. First true love, new love experiences. Yeah, they want new love experience with you, okay? This forward moving progress and this new start includes you. It includes more of us, like you guys having a relationship that's in solid standing together. Let's get one more. Pile 1's person. What do you want with pile 1? At least this is what they're wanting, right? We'll see what's going on with Out in the Cold. I'm hearing they want, like, if there's any third parties on either side, they want the third parties out, okay? This doesn't feel like it's connected to like what they want. You know, yes, if they are feeling out in the cold, they obviously want to, you know, reunite and come back in from the cold. But I also am hearing them say that, you know, especially with scarcity mindset here, the energy and the context that's coming through with this card is your person wanting you and them to be on the same page when it comes to, like, not being able to see each other with anyone else. Like, your person not being able to see themselves with anyone but you, but they also want you to feel the same way. They want you to see things the same way. That way the two of you have is so unique and so rare and so impactful that it's almost like your person, what they want is they want kind of like a twin flame dynamic, whether they put it in that languaging or not, okay? Especially with no one compares to you. They want it to be mutual, though. They want you to feel the same way. They want you to mirror them, basically, in the way that they perceive and view this connection. Your person looks at this connection as if it's an anomaly, right? As if it's like 1 in a million or 1 in a billion, like one of those once in a lifetime loves, and they want you to see things the same way. At the bottom of the deck, we have soulmate, all right? For what they want. This is soul connection, a friend, romantic partner, and compatibility. Yeah, this feels like they want to live this out, this energy, okay? But I'm being drawn here to where it says a friend and romantic partner. Like, they want both. They want you to be like their best friend and their lover, okay? Which, you know, for that to be coming out and for that to be highlighted, that your person is clocking something regarding that. I don't know if maybe your person has had experiences with people in the past where, you know, they may have been lovers and they may have even been committed and exclusive with somebody, but maybe they weren't really good friends. You know, you see, there's a lot of, especially when romantic connections are born out of like toxicity or born out of filling a void or something like that, people can get together, you know, and fall in love, or at least fall in attachment, right? Fall in attachment with someone that they don't even like, that they, and you know, not understanding and realizing that that's going on until like later. But your person is realizing, like, I want to be best friends and I want to be lovers, right? They want both. So that's letting me know, pile 1, they want to include you in their everyday life. They want to do things with you that best friends would do together, okay? So they want to bring you around their other friends and their family, and they want to do, you know, life stuff together and get-togethers, and it's beyond dating. It's being best friends and dating, okay? Let's find out what this is. Actually, what are we doing? Hold on. We're going to get the overall energy of where this connection is headed, because we've already talked about what this is. What's the overall energy of where this connection is headed? Pile 1's person. Because I can tell you what they want, and the current energy that they're in towards you is just, it's beautiful. Where your person's at with you, pile 1, like, what they're thinking and how they're feeling, they're looking at you as if you're the one. the only one that they can see themselves with for the rest of their life, okay? They are definitely in a scarcity mindset when it comes to you in this connection, meaning they don't think they'll ever be able to meet somebody like you and have the kind of connection with anybody else that they have with you. That's what they want. They want it to stay that way, okay? They want you to feel the same way too. They may have been running from that, from accepting that and really fully seeing that. You may have been seeing that with your person in this connection, pile one, but your person may have been running away from that. But it looks like in the current energies that they're in now, they're fully embracing it now. They're like, you know, it is what it is. I found my person. You know, pile one's my person. There's nobody else I want to do life with but pile one. It's that kind of an energy. All right, tell me where this connection is headed. Oh yeah, such good energies. We got abundance, soulmates again. Yeah, your person has finally internalized and accepted what this connection is and what it means to them. They may have been running away from that up until this point, but it doesn't look like, in the energies that they're in now, it doesn't look like they're running away from it anymore. They are in the space of fully embracing you in this connection, accepting it, receiving it, surrendering to it, all those things, okay? Because I am picking up where maybe before they've been resisting it, running away from it. I heard that they've been resisting the call and running away from it, okay? Let's get one more. Where is this connection headed? Yeah, okay, let's see. And then a sword in the rose at the bottom of the deck. Axe says breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Yes, they're definitely stopping any past patterns, sabotaging patterns, okay? The devil energy prior could have been taken on like a different... I mean, the devil energy is, it is what it is, right? But they may have been in the devil energy like in self-sabotage mode, where they may have been sabotaging this connection out of fear, out of doubt, out of, you know, what ifs, you know, negative what ifs, right? But that pattern is over, okay? They had a scarcity mindset prior, but in a different, it feels like something flipped. There's some kind of your person flipped, where they used to be in scarcity mindset in a way that it negatively affected this connection. Something flipped, and now they're in a scarcity mindset in a way that actually like nourishes and benefits this connection. I hope that makes sense. And they were in devil energy, but it was in a way that was sabotaging and hurting this connection. And now, you know, that devil energy, as long as your person checks it, which we do have, you know, some energies there that looks like it's helping, right, with justice and, you know, the chariot. As long as your person doesn't allow that energy to get out of control, you know, it's actually helping this connection. We got sword in the rose at the back of the deck. So it says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. This is your person wanting to come into solidarity with you, coming into union with you. Coming into agreement, that's what it is. Definitely coming into union, right? We got union here with reconciliation. We have, you know, and I am picking up union with the sword in the rose as well. But this is coming into agreement, getting together, having a very, and the sword of the rose being the background energy here. This is what your person, the energy that your person is wanting between the two of you. The two of you honoring each other and honoring the connection, being transparent with each other. We have abundance here on top of I do honestly love you. This is like your person saying they want to shower you with love. I'm even hearing gifts. They want to shower you with love and gifts, and they want to pamper you. Your person, I don't know what happened, pile one, but they had, I'm picking up on an epiphany. Even though the Ace of Swords hasn't come out, we do have the sword in the rose, close enough. They had some kind of an epiphany, something. I'm hearing something rocked their world, and it really changed the lens you know, through which they are viewing things, including the way that they're viewing this connection. They're seeing things very clearly now when it comes to you into the connection, and it's readjusted their perception in a way where they cannot see doing life without you in it. Okay, and not just like as a friend. Your person wants you to be like their significant other, and I'm hearing forever. Okay, it's moving in that direction for those of you that want it. We do have soulmates here with I thought I could do this, but I just can't. That's what they were resisting before. Again, I heard them saying that they had been resisting the call. They're not resisting the call of this connection anymore. Okay, that's part of the pattern that they have stopped. They stopped resisting. They are, at least in the energy that they're in now, they are in full surrender. But I am picking up, I feel like it is genuine, and that's here to stay because we had all of those major arcanas. This is a true internalized energetic shift. It doesn't feel like it's something that, well, I don't know. Let me check that devil. That devil is kind of a wild card, okay, you guys? But I am seeing where that energy now is like your person is really attached to you. They're not attached to any kind of old stories or old fears that may have been blocking this connection from moving forward. This devil energy is now working in tandem for the benefit. Your person is now attached to you, okay? Let me just double check something with that though. Tell me more about the devil energy as it relates to pile 1 in the connection. And then we're gonna wrap up your, yes, look at that with the star, another major arcana. Holy heck, you guys. This, where your person's at and where this connection is headed, it feels like happily ever after, okay? There is kind of like, I'm seeing kind of like a red flag though. So something is waving a cautionary thing at me, like, you know, because again, this devil energy can be very tricky, and it can be a very slippery slope. Okay, what they're saying is, you know, yes, this is really good news, but try not to allow, like, if you might be dealing with attachment issues or abandonment issues or feeling some kind of a void, to keep your head and your wits about you. All right. There is a sense somewhere of detachment, not coming from your person, but I don't know. You guys feel free to share in the description box, or not the description box, sorry, the comments. If you have been going through some kind of like a self-healing journey, or learning how to, you know, detach and let go in terms of like toxic attachments, right? You can't ever really, well, I mean, you can let go of desires in terms of like, you know, you can change what you desire and what you want, but that's not what I mean when I talk about letting go, right? It's because you can be bonded and connected to your desire, where it's like that. It's real easy. The energy is allowed to flow back and forth, right? Where people get messed up when it comes to relationships and manifestation and stuff like that is when they start to cling and grasp, and, you know, see how my circulation in my fingers is cutting off, right? And so when people go through shadow work, or they go, you know, they go through the process of grieving, you know, loss or whatever, that starts to loosen up that grip, and you can still want it, right? You can still, you know, feel connected to it, but the connection is easier. It's not, you know, cutting off the circulation or the lifeblood of whatever that connection is. So for those of you, if you have been, you know, maybe working through your own attachment issues that maybe this connection with your person has been triggering, there is a cautionary thing coming through, like, this is, you know, this is great, right? But you want to be very careful with this devil energy, because this could work against you if you're not learning, if you're not keeping, you know, your connection from just staying in a connection and staying as a bond, and not a clinging attachment. All right, you guys. Pile 1, that was your reading. It was a wonderful reading. I hope that you claim it. In fact, you know, claim it. You know, claim that you're claiming this reading, because it's a beautiful one. I'm happy for you guys. Show your appreciation by smashing the like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Definitely. Let me know how it resonated. Okay, become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button, and don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And you guys, I will see you at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, pile one. Hey, pile two, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and looking at where this connection is headed. So we're going to be finding out like your person's current mood and energy towards you in the connection at this point in time. What is it they're wanting from you and from this connection? And then we will wrap the reading up with where like is the connection itself actually headed. All right, so I do have this exact reading available as a personal private reading if you want me to just tap exclusively into you and your person's connection and, you know, barring out everybody else's energies, because this is a collective reading, okay? So, you know, there's some stuff here is going to resonate, some stuff may not. Either way, you guys know the deal. Just take what resonates and leave behind anything that doesn't. And this reading is available as a personal private. You can find it in the description box below under specific person readings, and it's called Where is This Connection Headed? Okay, so we're going to get right into your reading, pile two. You guys were drawn to the Black Obsidian Rough Stone, and right as I'm tapping into your person's energy, I'm hearing some stuff like the ground is lava. I'm feeling the energy or the presence of somebody that actually is very goofy. Maybe doesn't take things or doesn't take life too seriously, or that's like kind of, you know, that's what I'm picking up on. Because right as I said, I was thinking of Black Obsidian. I just started like, the floor is lava. Just somebody being just, you know, very spontaneous. Maybe just doesn't take life too seriously. We'll see what's going on. Pile two's person, we're going to find out what their overall energy is towards you and the connection at this time. All right, so we have the new moon in Libra, and it says a new romantic cycle begins. And then we have the 9 of Cups showing up in the reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in the upright position and the 7 of Pentacles. This says the 7 of Coins, which is the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. I can see where maybe your person doesn't take things too seriously. They do, their current energy, and you know, they are very attracted to you. That is definitely here with the Queen of Wands, because this is their energy towards you. I need to figure out though what's going on with the 9 of Cups in the reverse and the 7 of Coins in the reverse, to see what direction this new romantic cycle is beginning. Okay. So let's find out. Pile two's person, your overall thoughts and feelings and mood and energy towards pile two. Pile two's person, your overall mood and energy towards pile two. Okay. That's what's missing. Sometimes the 9 of Cups in the reverse can represent feeling like something's missing, right? And this might be what it is. Your person is questioning your love for them for some reason. We'll figure out what's going on. Pile two's person, your overall thoughts and feelings towards pile two. That may have been causing your person to kind of hold back in this connection. Maybe not take this connection too seriously. That could be a defense or a self-preservation mechanism. Holding you at arm's length, all that stuff, you know. So I am picking up energies of maybe somebody that's been hot and cold, maybe push or pull. Some of you may even call your person kind of flaky, very wishy-washy, healing from heartbreak. I'm not going to accept it, but that did want to make an appearance. Okay, pile two's person, your thoughts and feelings towards pile two. Thoughts and feelings towards pile two. This is true love. Okay. So, I mean, it does go beyond just a physical, sexual, romantic attraction that your person feels. They do feel like what they feel for you, they feel like it's true love. They're questioning whether or not you feel the same. Okay, pile two. Let's get one more. Oh, there we go. I do honestly love you. Aww. It did kind of want to come out too in a very wonky, that's just letting me know that there is something with the other side of that card. It says I can't do this anymore. Your person has been very resistant to this connection, very resistant to maybe their attachment or their bond to you, like feeling attached to you, very resistant of that. At the bottom of the deck, it says, I don't worry about the possibility of losing you. What I'm feeling coming through with that is your person trying to, up until this point anyway, right? Because we do have a new romantic cycle begins. And so for those of you where you may be like in separation from your person right now, this is pointing to a reconciliation, okay? A new start to your guys' romantic connection. Not friends with, like, not friend zone, right? I was gonna say, I meant to say not friend zone, but then what was coming out was not friends with benefits. And so maybe that's what you guys have been up, that maybe that's what this connection has been up until this point. And what's coming out and what's being channeled through is that the new romantic cycle, especially for those of you where maybe things have been cut off because maybe things got too deep between the two of you, you know, feelings developed. Maybe you felt like one of you or both of you felt like you couldn't go on in the dynamic because of the love and the feelings that has developed, and keeping things casual just wasn't working, right? If that's the case, it's like what's getting ready to happen, or at least the energy that your person is in, because this is their energy towards you. They want a new romantic, they want something new. They want a new romantic cycle to begin again, okay? Now that I'm saying that, I'm not too sure yet that your person is actually comfortable, because there's still some energies here of your person kind of being very uncomfortable in a space where things are like super committed, hyper focused on you and the connection that they got. I'm telling you, your person has some kind of like maybe attachment issues, okay? More on the avoidant side. But your person is very clear about how they feel for you. Pile 2. We got 2 cards here talking about your person recognizing and even emoting, expressing that this is true love. What the two of you have is love. And your person coming out and saying, I do, Pile 2, honestly love you. I question your love for me though, okay? With I don't worry about the possibility of losing you showing up at the back of the deck, this is your person almost kind of like trying to, what do they call that? Like, I'll leave you before you can leave me kind of a thing. So trying to keep themselves like trying to keep themselves at an emotional and mental distance from you. That way, if you were to leave them or if they were to lose you, it wouldn't impact them so significantly. We'll see maybe why this is showing up at the back of the deck. This could just be like it's an underlying energy, or it could be an energy that's on its way out, right? Your person, especially if they surrender to this connection, that, because that's not ringing true, is something that doesn't feel like that's genuinely how they feel. This feels like maybe, what do they call that? Like a protective measure that they've been taking, right? If I don't allow myself to get too close to Pile 2, you know, if I lose Pile 2, or, you know, or Pile 2 leaves me or whatever, it won't feel like, it won't be as devastating as it would be if your person allowed themselves to get used to you, right? In terms of like everyday kind of a thing. They have been resisting up until this point, creating like a daily routine or making you a regular part of their life. What's coming through is they've made a point of not making you a habit in their everyday life. And they did that on purpose, because if they were to lose you, then it would, you know, take time for them to get used to the new norm of not having you in their everyday life. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Pile 2's person, where are you wanting this connection to go? What do you want with Pile 2? What do you want with Pile 2? they're still kind of wobbling a little bit with that. Okay, we got boundaries at the, see, your person is still in that space of, what do they call that? You know, like when you've been burned before and so you're very hesitant to go down that same road again. It's that. Is it trigger shy? Something. I don't know. We got a habitual liar here. It says constantly lying, can't hide in lies anymore, and lies exposed. But this, we're talking about what they want, okay? This feels like, yeah, especially now I'm being brought back over to, I don't worry about the possibility of losing you. It's actually causing your person, it's draining your person to be in such resistance to this connection. This feels like a barrier they've been putting up, but what they're wanting to do is they want to stop hiding from this connection, because it's actually causing your person more pain than it is to just, you know, but they're not yet ready to fully surrender to it. That's what I'm feeling. Can't hide in lies anymore. Like, you know, what they're wanting is to maybe stop lying to themselves about what it is they truly feel, you know, how they feel about you, what this connection really is to them, right? Waiting in the reverse. In the upright position, this is holding on to hope, not taking action, and standstill and delays. Yeah, they don't. And this is coming up right on top of the Queen of Wands in the upright position, and this is true love. They're tired of holding themselves back. That's what that feels like. They don't want to hold themselves back from this connection anymore. Thorny Rose says painful love experiences, fight for love, and worth the trouble. Yeah, your person, what they want is this feels like them fighting themselves. They want to fight their own self-sabotaging patterns that have been causing or maybe getting in the way of this connection being something more than what it is, right? Your person has been the one, like their fears and their doubts have been what's been getting in the way here. And this is even to say your person understanding and realizing, okay, you know, if I surrender to this connection, it's going to come with, you know, yes, there's going to be beautiful highs. You guys have already experienced the highs, but they're also recognizing, you know, there's also going to come the lows, right? This feels like them starting to shift into the space of surrendering to this connection, meaning surrendering to their fears, to where it's like they do start to worry about the possibility of losing you. That's just part of being in a connection. There's risks that you take, right? There's risks that you take by not being in a connection, and there's risks that you take by being in a connection. And your person is starting to shift into a space of like, okay, I'm going to start accepting the risks and maybe the necessary sacrifices to, you know, start a new romantic cycle with pile 2. Even, you know, embracing some of the more painful love experiences. But they do want to fight for this connection, and they are recognizing this connection. And they do want this connection to be worth the trouble, right? Whatever trouble they might experience in like romantic love relationships, because there is like your person coming out saying this is true love. And I do honestly love you, pile 2. They do see you in this connection as being worth the fight. And they are wanting to fight for the connection, okay? There is still, though, there's still the pain and the worry and the fear and the doubt are still there. I feel like that might be what they are fighting against, okay, is themselves. I feel like they've come up to like, you know, a crossroad and your person is seeing it, right? Especially if you, pile 2, you know, if you guys have decided to go your separate ways, they don't like their options because all they're seeing now is like, okay, so their decision to make is I can either move forward and try something new with pile 2, a new dynamic, right? Something more committed, more solid, more substantial, or I can, you know, go down this path where there is no me in pile 2 in any way, shape, or form, right? They're not liking those choices, and they're not liking those odds, okay? But the underlying fear that has been driving your person is still there. The doubts are still there. They still question your love for them for some reason, okay? And that could just be stemming from fear, okay? That could be fear doing all the talking with your person. Pile two's person, or actually what we're going to do now is find out, oh, let's look at boundaries at the bottom of the deck. This is no more enabling, feeling used, setting healthy boundaries. Let me find out what the energy of that is real quick. Tell me about boundaries at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, King of Wands. Yes, there's the pair. That's the perfect pair. What does this mean for the connection? Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. This feels like your person's really starting to like I'm hearing them, they're sitting down and they're getting serious. Okay. We have the star here clarifying or answering the question what this means for you guys and for the connection. We have the star and the Queen of Cups, okay? This is them becoming a safe space for you. Them enabling boundaries, but this feels like for themselves. Your person may have been somebody up until this point, pile two, to not care about other people's boundaries. They may have been very selfish, but this feels like what the energy, the impression that's coming through with this boundaries is your person enacting personal boundaries as a way to maintain this King of Wands energy to your Queen of Wands energy, so that the two of you can get together, right? And the energy between the two of you can flow freely and naturally without your person's fears and doubts and stuff choking up that channel, getting in the way. This is beautiful energy with the star and the Queen of Cups here. Your person is enacting or getting into the habit of setting some personal boundaries for themselves so that they can be a safe space for you and your heart and in this connection. Okay. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with that, you know, setting boundaries with, and then look, there's the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful energy, okay? Beautiful energy that your person is in towards you and what they want, how they want things to grow and stuff like that. All right. It looks like there have been some hiccups, you know, and some chinks in the chain up until this point, but it looks like, you know, especially if the two of you have kind of taken like a break from each other, or you're in no contact or no communication, it really has helped your person to shift whatever perspective that they've been needing to shift, to get to really buckle down and sit down and like look at things and like, okay, what do I need to do to become, you know, this King of Wands archetype to my person's Queen of Wands, to pile two's Queen of Wands. And this feels like who they are at their core, but they may not have been allowing themselves to, you know, be that person in relationship or in connection to you. I feel like your person's been holding very large parts of themselves back from this connection up until this point, again, due to fear. Mainly questioning your love for them. Yeah. I don't feel like that's coming from a space of anything. Let's find out. Why are you questioning pile two's love for you, pile two's person? Where is this coming from? I just heard it's par for the course. That may have been something that your person has been experiencing or has experienced up until this point. Not necessarily with you, but it may be. Oh, there we go. I knew I was seeing the Hanged Man. This energy came out weird though. Yeah, that energy is, it's passing though. I can't show. You've been matching your person's energy. That's what it is. All right. So not in a bad way, right? Because your person may have been like, you've been matching your person's energy in a sense of like, you're not chasing them. If they're not calling you nonstop, you're not calling them nonstop. You've been letting your person set the pace, but they've actually, the fact that you haven't been chasing them and you've been kind of like, hanging back and letting them set the pace, your person has mistaken that maybe for a lack of interest, not understanding and realizing that, at least up until this point, that what you have been doing is just allowing them to set the pace so that maybe they can feel more comfortable. And that's a feminine thing to do, right? Feminine energy thing to do. That energy, though, is leaving. We do have the devil in the reverse with the hanged man in the upright. Your person, like I said, I was seeing the hanged man and it finally came out. And what that's doing, again, it's shifting your person's perspective about things. Especially if, the Ace of Swords showing up at the back of the deck earlier, I don't know if maybe you just told your person straight out, like, what you think about them, how you feel about them, especially if it's something more along the lines of, like, you love them and you want to be with them and stuff like that, and you just don't want to do casual anymore. That has helped to really kind of set things straight in your person's mind regarding like questioning your love for them. They might finally understand and have gained a new perspective, like, oh, pile 2 was just, was just matching energy. Pile 2 was just letting me, set the pace. It wasn't a lack of interest. It was just pile 2 allowing me to set the pace and just matching and mirroring my energy. And if if I would just, pace things differently, pile 2 would catch up, not catch up, but match, right? Pile 2 would match. They're starting to see things differently now with the hanged man here. And that is affecting, like with the devil in the reverse there, whatever negative attachments they may have had or ways that they've been self-sabotaging, the devil is more of an intense version of like the 8 of Swords. And so that new perspective that they're gaining is them realizing that it was not a lack of interest or a lack of love. It was actually coming from a different space. So yeah, that part is changing. Which is good because that's what helping to shift this new romantic cycle, like shift your person's perspective about things to where they're not so much in resistance of the love that they are feeling for you in this connection. So let's find out now where this connection is headed. Pile 2's person, where's this connection with pile 2 and their person headed? Talking. That kind of did want to come up in the reverse, so there may be a delay in this conversation, but I do feel like the conversation, your person, you guys are going to be talking more, okay? Especially with that Ace of Swords that showed up at the bottom of the deck. That energy is there. The Ace of Swords energy can talk about a breakthrough, but it can also talk about an open, honest, transparent conversation, right? Really getting on the same page about things, clearing some stuff up, things like that. And so where this connection is headed, you guys are definitely going to be at least opening up the door of communication if that door has been shut, all right? Otherwise, it's just getting together, talking more about, the status of the connection itself, where it's going. Let's find out, though. Where is this connection headed? There is a conversation coming in. Soulmates. Aw. Soul connection, partnership, agreement. So, yeah, you guys are going to come into agreement about something when it comes to this. There's the Phoenix. Oh, my gosh. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and change mind. You guys, and then we have need time, takes time, end time cycle. There's still something in the background, though. I still feel like your person, the energy that your person is in towards you and towards this connection is shifting in benefit, for the benefit of the connection itself, but it is still in the process of shifting. That shift is not done yet. Having said that, if you guys were drawn to pile 1, pile 1 feels like an evolution of this person and where that connection is headed. If you felt drawn to pile 1, go check it out, okay? I think I may have even called you guys pile 1 a few times, but, you know, I just got through filming pile 1. But anyway, this is feeling like, you know, pile 1 does feel like the evolution of the connection once this shift has finished, right? Because your person still feels like they're in the process. They're still apt at, in this energy, to resist the connection. But whatever transformation they're needing to go through, that's what's happening now. Okay. So yeah, this new romantic cycle beginning feels more like it's your person yielding and surrendering to the connection itself, yielding to the love that they feel for you. There's a sense here of giving in, okay? Giving in and allowing whatever necessary sacrifices and perspectives that need to come in for the benefit of your guys' connection. All right, you guys, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If it did resonate, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want to by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, pile 2. What's going on, pile 3? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. If you're new here, we're doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling. Where is the connection headed with your person, the person on your mind, okay? So keep in mind, you guys, I have, this is a general, it's a collective, so whatever resonates, claim it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for the people that it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings. In fact, I have this exact reading available. It's called Where is This Connection Headed? In the specific person category, so go check it out. And there's other readings available in the specific person category that are just like $25. So you'll find something that you're looking for that can fit your needs, wants, and desires when it comes to you and your person's connection and, you know, getting some guidance, information, all that good stuff. Anyway, pile 3, I'm feeling your person's energy is very scattered. Okay. All over the place, at least mentally. So we'll see what's going through. We do have the blue lace agate, so there might be some communication coming through. The fact, though, that it is blue lace agate lets me know that that communication is going to be more on the gentler side. Okay, yeah, your person's energy is really scattered right now, pile 3. So let's see what's going on here. You guys were drawn to the blue lace agate. Let's find your person's overall energy. Oh, there's that sweet energy. Okay, this new moon in Cancer says you and your loved ones are safe. So there's kind of a protective energy coming through with your person in regards to you and the connection. I'm picking up a message here where maybe your person has been keeping distance from you to keep you safe for some reason. Maybe they needed to figure some stuff out. We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse, the Magician, and the Knight of Swords. So there can be some very swift, sharp energy here. But it is being softened up, though, with the blue lace agate and the new moon in Cancer, where it says you and your loved ones are safe. Your person wants to be safe for you, a safe space, okay? They do seem like they are gaining some kind of clarity, and they may even be looking to possibly move in a certain, very specific direction here. The Knight of Swords in the upright position is very clear, when it comes to what they want to do, what they want to say. 5 of Wands in the reverse, this could be your person just wanting there to be peace and no conflict. They may want some conflict resolution or some resolution to some kind of tension between the two of you. They are currently in the energy of making something between you happen. Okay, with the Magician here and the Knight of Swords. Let's find out. Pile 3's person. Your energy towards pile 3. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 3 and the connection at this time. Normally I would, no, okay, that's the Knight of Swords in the reverse. I was going to say, Yes, your person is kind of in the energy now of making something happen really quick. It's not impulsive though. Okay, it's not something that they're just acting out of straight out of impulse, not having thought about. This does feel like whatever this action is going to be, or whatever it is they're going to say, they've actually put some thought into. Okay. Let's find out what's going on. Pile three's person, your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile three at this time, and your connection with pile three. Your honest thoughts and feelings towards pile three. Oh yeah, okay. It's favoring the side where it says I need you and I miss you, but the other side does apply too. It says I need my space right now. I feel like that's what they're getting ready to come out of. Okay, they may have been taking space away from you in this connection, for purposes of keeping you and the connection safe. Your person may have been feeling up until this point, pile three, that they haven't been a safe space for you in this connection for some reason. I'm hearing them say that they needed to get their head right, or they needed to wrap their mind around something first. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, there it is. Depression's kicking my ass. Okay, let's get one more. Here it is. It says, we will be together again, okay? But again, it was kind of coming up wonky. So there may be a delay in, you know, this action, although I don't feel like it's going to be that much longer. You guys may be coming out of some kind of a lengthy separation with your person, because the energies that we have here up here are very quick moving. Okay, the only energy that might be slowing it down over here would be like the Cancer energy. Water energy, you know, is like the third, I should say the second slowest moving energy of all four elements. But I feel like that energy is shifting. I feel like you guys are coming out of, like I said, oh my gosh, you guys, look at the back of the deck. I want to marry you at the bottom of the deck. Okay, that energy is there. All right, your person sees you as family, especially with that Cancer energy coming out. They may want to make you a part of their family officially. All right. They may have been dealing with something in the background though, pile three, with depression is kicking my ass, that your person feels, you know, they needed to keep their distance from you because for whatever reason, them being in this depression is kicking my ass. That could make them a very, like, you know, when your person is feeling in a funk or just feeling down and out about themselves, or if they are legitimately going through something in life right now that could be actually having them going through bouts of depression, your person just feels like, I'm picking up your person can be mean. It's like one of those, I'm seeing like, what do they say when a cornered or a caged animal, right? But in this case, that cage might be your person's own self-limiting beliefs, or just, it could be grief too. If your person has gone through some kind of a recent loss, you know, they could be feeling depressed because of that. And what's coming through is, because I'm seeing this Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse is very reckless, especially with their words, very cutting. And so your person, you know, felt like they needed to take some time and space away from the connection so they could get their mind and their head right, okay? Whether that depression is linked to you or something that they're dealing with outside of you. But your person is coming through and saying, we will be together again. And I'm feeling like it's going to be very soon, okay? With the fire energy up here, the Magician, and the Knight of Swords, very, very soon, okay? Your person is missing you. Not only are they missing you, pile three, they're saying that they need you. They need you and they miss you. Okay. There is an energy here, though, of the two of you being in conflict, and they want resolution of that conflict. And if it's not tension between the two of you because of an argument that you guys have had, then it's more of your person wanting to resolve some inner conflict within themselves. Both could be true, because we do have depression is kicking my ass. Again, your person could just be going through some kind of life change, life phase. They could have gone through some kind of a loss recently that has kicked them into that self-preservation energy. Okay, let's find out what they want. Pile 3's person, what do you want with pile 3 in this connection? Ooh, apology. Okay. Options. Ooh, they want to, okay, so there's definitely a conversation that's coming through. Separation. Okay. Ooh, pregnancy at the bottom of the deck. Your person may want just a little bit longer of separation or space is what it feels like. Okay, just a little bit longer in space. They still feel like there's something that they need to figure out. All right. Pregnancy at the bottom of the deck, it says getting pregnant, building a family, and giving birth to something. See, this is the energy they're in towards you. So we have they want to marry you, right? Being bottom of the deck. And then we also have starting a family together, building something together, something lasting, okay? If it's not giving birth, if it's not giving birth to an actual baby, you know, starting an actual family together, then this is your person saying they want to birth something new between the two of you, something new, okay? Again, though, with you and your loved ones are safe, this is your person coming through and seeing you as family to them and wanting you to stay as family, okay? This is, if you guys do have a family together, you guys do have kids together, even if you guys are married and maybe estranged or something like that, this is them, you know, wanting to hold on to that family unit and dynamic. It's at the bottom of the deck, though, so, I mean, it's background energy. In this case, it doesn't feel at this point in time it's taken priority in your person's mind. They're dealing with something else that feels like it's taken over priority, but they still are in this energy towards you. All right, so what they're wanting, we have apology here. It says confession, mending relationship, and rebuilding. We have options here. It says difficult decision, exploring possibilities, fear of choosing wrong. Separation says withdrawal, disconnect, tests of love, and relationship breakdown. So this feels like your person wanting to take some more personal time to figure this out on their own. Okay, your person is really what they're saying is that they're wanting to make sure that what they want, you know, is that the direction that they're feeling guided towards when it comes to you into the connection is that it's something that it's coming from what they want. Your person may feel like they have the ability or the propensity to be highly influenced by other people, or maybe highly influenced by like maybe guilt, or, you know, like guilt and shame or something maybe influencing their actions, and they're really trying to make sure, like, okay, is this what I want, or is it, you know, me feeling obligated? The energy that's coming through here, though, you know, they do want you. They do want this connection. For a lot of you, they even want reconciliation. It say, you know, below there, it says they need you and they miss you, okay? They're just wanting to make sure that whatever they choose it because it's what they want, right? This is giving the impression that your person has been heavily motivated in the past, maybe by being guilt tripped by people, being manipulated by people. This is the energy of your person feeling like they're wanting to take charge of their own life, and if they're going to make any decisions and move in any direction, it's because it's what they genuinely want. There has been confusion about that for some reason in the past. You guys are probably going to know what that is about, but that's where your person's coming from right now. That's why they're I'm hearing them ask you for a little more time, okay, with the separation here. They want to be with you. They want reconciliation. They want to get together and maybe talk about things, but they're trying to make sure that first they have a really good grasp on what it is that they want, okay? Yeah, especially with that magician energy here. That the choices that they make are because they want to, not because they feel guilted into it or obligated out of obligation and stuff like that, all right? Let's find out. Tell me more about the apology energy here. Your person does have a fear of choosing wrong, okay? That is coming through. Tell me more about apology. Oh, you guys, a lot of Cancer energy. You are definitely a sense of home to this person, and they want to be a safe space for you. They do want to, if there is a rift between the two of you, they are wanting to mend that. They are wanting to do what's right by you and what's right by the connection. We have the Queen of Cups here and the Three of Swords in the reverse, clarifying apology. Your person wants to apologize to you, pile 3, for breaking your heart, if they did. I'm also hearing them say they want to apologize for choosing wrong. They may have your person may have made a wrong choice or made a wrong move that went against this connection, and they want to apologize for that. That might be why they're so I'm not going to say they are hesitant to make a final decision, because they're seeing where they've made a wrong decision in the past and how it hurt everybody. Largely coming through about your person possibly choosing someone else and maybe breaking up your guys' home, or breaking, it's that might be specific. For those of you, if you were married to this person, or you lived with this person, or you guys were living in, you know, a space with your person where it did feel like you guys, you know, were husband and wife, or married, or had a family, or whatever, and they broke it up by choosing, you know, whatever. They made a move, or they made a choice that went against this connection. They want to apologize for that as well. And that is also why, you know, they're being very careful and taking some time to really make sure that they're in the right space, the right head space and the right heart space. Because they're seeing where in the past they made some wrong choices, and they're saying it messed everything up. Yeah, my cards just fell all over the floor. All right. They're definitely wanting to make sure that the choice that they make isn't being influenced by, you know, sex, all right, sexual chemistry and energy and stuff, not just by that, right? Literally what they're saying is that they want to make sure that their choice isn't made by their wand, all right, for those of you where your person has a wand. But I mean, you know, it's general, so put that as it applies, whether your person is rocking a D or a P, okay? Let's see. Tell me about, tell me more about separation. I'm going to take all those. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, oh, your person is very, yeah, there still is some confusion coming through in your person's energy. I feel like that's what they're doing. They're gathering their thoughts, and they're gathering their feelings and figuring out what it is, you know, they're thinking and wanting and stuff. And that's what it feels like is happening here with separation too. They're taking this time apart actually as a way to stabilize your guys' connection. Your person is really seeing how their approach and their way of doing things has caused a lot of conflict and chaos, not just in this connection, but in other areas of their life. And so they're really utilizing this time and this space apart to really get a good grasp on not only like what it is they're truly thinking and feeling, but what it is they're truly wanting out of life in general, including this connection with you. Okay, let's see, let's clarify options real quick, and then we'll move on to the last question of the reading. Queen of Wands. Oh, okay. Why is the Queen of Wands in the reverse here? Let me see what's going on here. Oh, they may have to walk away from somebody. I'm telling you, I'm picking up on third-party energy here. Okay, that's not going to resonate for everybody. But this could be your person just walking away from a mindset or a way of being that has been very destructive up until this point. For some of you, though, if your person is, if it's a third-party situation and you're in a love triangle and your person left you for what seems like they left you for someone else, or they busted up a, you know, a marriage or a home or something, walking away from that person. okay? And with the Queen of Wands showing up in the reverse, that's your person coming through saying, you know, the spark between them and that person's not there. The attraction's not there. Yeah, and that could also be if it's not a third party, and this could resonate either way. Your person walking away from anything that caused you to maybe question your doubt, or like doubt this connection and question your self-worth and stuff like that. All of that applies. All right. Let's see. I just heard if the shoe fits. Okay. Let's see. Where is this connection headed? Pile 3. Where's pile 3's connection with their person headed? Where's this connection with pile 3 and their person headed? I'm hearing your person say they want their family back, okay? Again, if you do or don't have kids, that's just your person saying that they also see you as family, okay? But I just heard someone say they want their family back. All right, let's see. Pile 3, and let's see their connection with their person. Where's this connection? Where's it headed? Okay, it's not over. That's not the direction your person is moving towards. What I am feeling like they're doing, though, is they're trying to... That's why things feel so chaotic in their energy. There's a lot of loose ends your person is needing to tie up. Yes, in like maybe outer relationships and other connections and stuff, but also within themselves, okay? I'm seeing loops closing. And the loops that I'm seeing is, yes, connections with other people, but there may have been a way that your person was functioning mentally, emotionally, you know, self-sabotaging and self-limiting beliefs, just, you know, old, outdated perspectives on things that they're closing up and tying up, okay? Closing out some old mental and thought loops that was harming your guys' connection and the trajectory of this connection in some way. Give me a couple more. They gained some kind of, or they are gaining some kind of a new perspective on things. We got talking. Where's this connection headed? Yeah, definitely. Definitely talking. Okay, a conversation is going to be had here for where this connection is headed. Dragonfly. All right. Be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So yeah, there's going to be a very clarifying conversation coming in. And then we got addiction at the bottom of the deck. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. This feels like your person having a hard time letting you and this connection go. I am picking up on some energies here, though, where that might be, because what I'm feeling is for some of you, there may have been too much damage done to the connection. There may be way too much water. Like, there's so much water that you can't fit it all under a bridge. It's like collapsing the bridge, and the bridge is no longer there. And so, you know, for some of you, this could be closure. For some of you, right? We do have boat in the reverse, though. So, I mean, for a lot of you, you know, things feel more favoring towards maybe the two of you like reconciling and trying things again, or at least your person wanting to talk about that being a potential option. Now, I will say with options being here, this is what your person's wanting to talk about. There's several different options when it comes to you guys and your connection, right? One of them is that your person wants to talk about is, can we do this? Can we try this again? Can we give this another shot? But they are also realizing and understanding that for many of you, you know, because of the choices and the moves that your person has made up into this point, have gone against this connection for a lot of you. I don't know if it's a lot. You guys are going to know which camp you fall into. Some of you are going to be okay with maybe trying to give this person and this connection another shot. For some of you, it's like, no, you know, there's way too much water, you know, covering the bridge. The bridge is out. The bridge is no longer there. There's no way to bridge that gap because there's so much, you know, damage that's been done. But you know where the connection is headed. That's up to you guys. There's a conversation coming in here about options, right? Your person definitely they don't want things between the two of you to be over. For many of you, they could be actively in some way, shape, or form actually manifesting a new start with you. But regardless of what you guys choose, what option or direction you guys choose to go in when it comes to your guys' connection, they're always going to see you as family, especially with you and your loved ones are safe. And I'm hearing your person say regardless of what you choose, pile 3, because for many of you, the ball is in your court. Okay? And your person's coming through in a very clear, you know, taking accountability too with this Knight of Swords energy here, understanding and realizing they may have done way too much damage and maybe reconciliation or another shot's just not in the cards, right? For some of you. That's up to you though, pile 3. Because I do feel here where your person, you know, they feel like they made a wrong choice somewhere. They've made a wrong move. They want to make up for that because I am seeing justice now here. It talks about making things right? Making up for it. Because your person does feel an attachment to you and to the connection. I like, though, that it showed up at the back of the deck. Because that means that it's not, you know, it's not as toxic as it could be. Let me clarify that and then we'll end your guys' reading. Tell me more about addiction showing up here at the back of the deck. I feel like they're restraining themselves from something. They're holding themselves back from something. What is this? Okay. The Ace of Wands in the reverse did want to come out. All right. Yeah, this is your person wanting to make sure that they're not being driven towards you simply out of lust. That's why communication has been stalled and delayed with the Eight of Wands showing up at the back of the deck. And, you know, your person, especially when it comes to like things of a sexual nature, it's not that they haven't been feeling those things for you, but they have realized that maybe their sexual desires just overall may have clouded what they think and how they feel and stuff. They may be even attributing that. For some of you, your person could have a legitimate like sex addiction, okay, with the Ace of Wands, but they might be working on that because the Ace of Wands here is showing up in the reverse, which is a good sign, okay? So there might be some healing happening in that direction. You know, if they were somebody that's addicted to sex or addicted to, you know, validation and, you know, dating, third parties, stuff like that, you know, that energy feels like it's weakening. Your person may be actively working on that somehow. All right, pile 3. Let me look at Dragonfly real quick. Tell me more about Dragonfly. Oh, there's the King of Wands. Your person is saying, pile 3, that regardless of what you choose, they are on this journey of healing regardless, okay? It is a process because they're currently showing up right as a knight. On their way to becoming a King of Wands, somebody that's more action oriented, knowing what they want, and that, you know, knowing that what they want is coming from a sound place, right? They're hoping that they can do that with you. All right, pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, take a moment, if you will, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want to by hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading by pile 3.